Hello, Newtown Ward members. I'm happy to be coming to you somewhat live from my home and wanted to record this message to send to you to give you some announcements on our ward. Sometimes it's easier to say than to read some of these, so I thought I'd share them since I haven't talked to you in a long time. Number one is let's start with some of our youngest members, and we'll move up the ladder. So first, the Angelo family. As you know, Kyle and Janae Angelo. Janae is Scott and Terry Turley's daughter. They had a baby boy a couple weeks ago, so congratulations to them. Also, we have had 2 baptisms in the last couple months. Caitlin Lake, prior to the Lakes moving, was baptized. And then Rebecca Miller was baptized about a month ago. And we have a couple more baptisms in the works that are coming up in the coming months. So congratulations to them as well as the newest members of our ward. Also, Shay Fosbender received his mission call. Shay has been called to the Kobe, Japan mission, and he will be starting on October of 2020 in the MTC. Also, Camille Henry, she was called to the Henrys are a new family in our ward, which I'll mention just a minute, but she's been called to the Brazil Porto Alegre mission, and she has started her home MTC. She's been temporarily reassigned to the Texas Fort Worth mission. So congratulations to those young missionaries for making that choice and that commitment to serve the Lord. We've also had 8 new families move into the ward, and I'll just quickly read off their names. Eric and Stephanie Bacon and family, Greg and Diana Featherstone and family, Kyle and Samantha Martin, William and Tamara Henry and family, Aaron and Emily Higley and family, Kyle and Janae Angelos and family, and Miguela Garcia and family. So welcome all of them in, and they've added some great energy to our ward. You know, it seems like a bunch of summers we had 8 families leave. We didn't always get 8 back, so it's nice to get 8 families that moved in the ward this summer. That'll be a great boost to our ward. Also, the final couple pieces of news is the North America Northeast Area Presidency has come up with a plan to allow us to begin holding sacrament meeting again in our building. Now, if you think of the church's program, they've had like a phase 1 starting of church in other areas. Well, what we're doing here is kind of a step 1 of phase 1, so even a baby step before phase 1. So we are going to be doing this slowly and carefully, and hopefully, you know, as time goes on, the numbers will continue to grow. But for now, we are going to start with gatherings for sacrament meeting of 25 people, and youth activities gatherings of 10 people. So just last night, our priest quorum gathered together, and there was 9 of us there, and we had some wings and things. So we're beginning to get together. It was nice to see all the young men in the priest quorum. But let me just give you some of the guidelines from sacrament meeting, and you don't need to write any of this down because I'll be sending a letter along with this YouTube video, which will contain all the same information about our sacrament meeting. As you know, we're trying our best to now open up for sacrament meeting, and it's new to us, it's new to everyone, so there may be some hiccups along the way, and we're going to start the process this coming Sunday. Fingers crossed that it'll go well, and then we'll start to expand it over the weeks as we kind of get the rhythm of how this is going to go. So I'm just going to touch on some of the points, and then you can read them more thoroughly in the letter. But why you should come, you know, if you're like me, it's been a great blessing to have the sacrament in your home, to be able to be with your family and do that. But that was a temporary blessing, and it was a great one, but that's not going to be extended indefinitely. The church is designed for us to gather as congregations and support one another and share and feel the Spirit from one another. And we're going to try to start doing that again in small groups. And so we should make the efforts to come and gather together and feel the Spirit and to support one another. Now, who should come? We are all welcome and encouraged to come and attend. However, please don't feel you have to come if you feel uncomfortable in any way. And anyway, if there's no pressure to attend, we support the effort to come back slowly. And each of us are going to be at a different pace, and each of us will have to make our own decision of when is the right time for me and my family to return. But I'm hoping that as we install these safeguards, that we'll all feel comfortable coming and attending church together. So let me just kind of lay out how we have it planned out for the next few weeks. Again, just like everything else, things changed quickly, so this plan may be obsolete in a few weeks, but this is our plan right now. And my hope is, as we do this each of the weeks, that every family at least will have one opportunity in the next month to attend sacrament meeting at church. And so this is what we're calling our step one process of 25 people in attendance in sacrament meeting. So in order to do that, it's going to have to be on an invitation basis. We will have to, Wes, thank you Wes Baker has agreed to be the one to send out the emails to invite your family. But it'll be important for you to let him know quickly if you can attend when he sends you the invitation, so we don't waste the 25 spots. But we will obviously try to, in the beginning, try to prioritize some of those families who may not have had the opportunity to have the sacrament in their home because they don't have priesthood in their home or other reasons. So those people will probably get prioritized the first couple weeks, but then as time goes on, hopefully we'll all get an opportunity to attend. For the time being, for the next couple weeks, next 3 weeks, if you are not invited to come participate in our small sacrament meetings, you can administer the sacrament in your home for the next 3 weeks. And then we will assess it again after the August 9th week, going forward from there. So week 1 will be this coming week. As I mentioned, we'll have one sacrament meeting, and we will send out invitations for that. We'll see how that goes. That will be kind of our test run, and we will have the meeting. The meetings are probably going to be about 30 minutes. If we do this right, it'll be about 30 minutes. We'll see how that feels, but that seems like about the right amount of time. One speaker. We'll have the sacrament administered by some deacons, and you can read some of the more details about the sacrament. We're putting a lot of time on how to properly do that to make sure that it's ministered in a reverent and sanitized way. So I won't get into details in talking to you, but you can read the letter to get the details. Then starting on August 2nd, we will have 2 sacrament meetings, again by invitation. And then again the following week on August 9th, 2 sacrament meetings. So we will see as time progresses how that goes, and then we'll reassess for that next week what we want to do, if we want to add more meetings or whatnot. So we'll kind of go from there. So in order for a sacrament meeting to work, the recommendation that we've received, and it makes sense to us, is it asks people to arrive about 10 to 15 minutes early, stay in your cars, and then just so you're ready, and then at about 7 minutes or so before the meeting, we'll unlock the door. We're only going to unlock one door. We'll have everyone come in through that door. We'll leave the door propped open to allow everyone to come in. There'll be a station there where you can get hand sanitizer, and then we'll all just file into the chapel, and then we'll close that door back up. And then we'll try to do the seating in a social distance way, leaving rows between each family so that we're not too close together, and also so the deacons can walk down the rows. Now what you should wear, the recommendation is the wearing of masks, both by the church and also by our governor, and I think Cuomo, the New York governor as well, is both. We're strongly encouraged to wear masks. And we would hope that all would wear a mask, although no one will be turned away if they do not wear one, and that's your own choice. We will have a small supply of masks in the building in case you forgot yours, but please plan on bringing your own mask. And upon entering into the chapel, we would hope that everyone would be wearing a mask, even while sitting in your seats. I realize sometimes small children, you may have to temporarily take the mask off yourself or your children. We certainly understand that, but if you could just put it back on as quickly as you can. Also, it would probably just be good practice to bring your own hand sanitizer in your pocket or in your handbag, so you can use that to hand sanitize your hands. So, as I mentioned, we'll sit spread out throughout the chapel. We ask that no one stay in the foyer. We're only going to use one set of bathrooms, so when we clean afterwards, we'll only have to clean the one set of bathrooms. And then I laid out some details of how we're doing the sacrament, and there's more details which aren't even in here, but we're going to train the priests and deacons on how to do it. So hopefully, if you have any hopefully you don't have any questions, but if you do, you're certainly welcome to contact me, and I will get back to you or any member of the bishopric. So thank you all. I look forward to this. Hopefully this all works out and we have a good spiritual experience. And thank you to all those who are patient if you don't get the opportunity to go the next couple weeks, and know that we still love everyone and we appreciate everyone, and we look forward to all being back together one day and in the meetings together. And I guess I should just close my testimony. I've enjoyed these Sundays at home. I love being with my family. Love the gospel and all that it does for us. The opportunity to read the Book of Mormon this year has been very helpful to me and my family. This time around, I've really appreciated how much the Book of Mormon talks about the atonement of Jesus Christ, and how so many of the prophets prophesied of the atonement of Jesus Christ even before his birth. Really quite impressive and very was very striking to me, and really strengthened my testimony. And I leave that with you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.